Right, so we're back on this table today. You can't see which one it is, so I've just covered it. It's the copper and olive. You just see the olive there, just below the plastic. What I've got to do is, with all these resins, you get a slight lip on the edge where some of the resins cling into the outside of the mould and the rest of the resin shrinks as it dries. It's perfectly natural. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. They all shrink to a certain extent, some more than others. So what I've got to do is I've got to take all the resin off of this edge where it's spilt down the side of the mould, and all the brown bits, which are the silicone sealer which I put on, and just get these sides and a little bit underneath there as well. There's a little bit there, so it's just to get the sides and this lip off next. And I've put this here. Now, I'm not stupid enough to believe that a couple of layers of blue masking tape are going to be strong enough to resist the abrasive action of an orbital sander. But what I'm going to do, or why I've done it, is A, it'll give it a certain amount of protection, not a lot, but more than that, it'll keep my mind focused on the fact that I can't go too far onto this top. So really just taking that lip out there all the way around and doing the edges, and that is as far as I want to be doing any more sanding on this. When I mix up some more resin, I can just a bit of the old mould. Once I mix up some more of the resin, I can just paint it on the sides here, just to bring them back, because they were rather nice. I know it was a bit sad that I've got to sand them down again, but that's just the way it is. If anything, you know, the more work you do on these with the resins, the more work you've got to do to tidy the pieces up afterwards. So that's my deal for today. I'm down here for a couple of hours because I've got my counselling tonight, so hopefully in the next couple of hours I can get this sanded down. I won't want to clean up the base that you can see there. It's painted black, but it's all gone a bit dusty, so if I can clean that up enough, then I'll be able to tell then whether it's going to need another coat of paint or whether it's fine to go as it is. And once that base is finished, the table's finished, and I can put it up for sale. But I won't be posting it anywhere because it's heavy. It's probably got the best part of, well, I don't know, now it's got to have the best part of probably 8 to 10 kilos of resin, massive lump of wood, and the two pairs of brake drums on the leg. So it's a heavy table, and even here it's quite, you know, it's going to wobble on the grass, but it doesn't wobble that much. It's nice and sturdy. And I'll get rid of that one and move on to the next one. Anybody knows about double glazed windows, if you can get hold of me. I'm trying to work out whether I can drill between these two glass windows. You can just see the aluminium frame running around inside. I want to know if I can drill through these without the windows exploding. And then the next thing I'm planning to do is, probably of all my ideas, is just to buy a tin of the cheap epoxy. It'll be 40 quid. Chuck a couple of packets of pigment in with it, and then pour it in between the 2 pounds of glass. Two things this will do: it will make the top piece of glass more sturdy, and the other thing is it'll look pretty. So then I just need to make a frame and some legs for that one. It's probably a couple of days job once I've decided whether I'm gonna, or what I'm gonna do with it. Still no idea. So that's that. Back onto the sanding, and I'll show you the table when it's finished. So here we go. One olive and copper resin table. There's the three parts of the brake drum there on the bottom. Mild steel going up through the middle. There's the other part of the brake drums there. Painted black, spotless. Still kicking myself about not putting lights inside to come out through those little square holes, but you know. There's the high polished wild African olive wood edging, looking very nice. I must say, Kirk does do a lovely bit of wood, and it's just beautiful. And to finish off, oh no, probably not from that side. I have to stand on tippy toes. There we go, get my shadow out of it, my big fat bastard. Lovely shine on it. No rough edges, all beveled off nicely. It's hard to get a look at it where my shadow's not going to be involved. So, there you go. It's should get my tape measure. Or should I say, let's get the wife's tape measure, which the rats in the shed have had a good chew on. So it's 62 centimeters wide by 56 deep. So it's a nice table. That's about an inch and a bit thick. Got the lovely effects in the resin there. This is table number one. Done, dusted, finished. Never need to touch it again, apart from get someone to help me carry it back up to the house. So it's just ordinary Mediterranean olive wood here, which I'd made a pedestal table but not quite understood the principles. It was a bit wobbly. It was alright as long as you propped it up against something, but you know, so I took that apart. It was some trim from a big job I had a few years ago. Happy with that. Very nice.